How often do we face situations at work or at home where we feel, out of depth, in need of guidance, clarity, and wisdom? We can really start to compare wisdom to a lighthouse. You see, a lighthouse stands firm, providing a beacon of light to guide ships away from danger and toward safe harbors. Wisdom, like the lighthouse, illuminates our paths. It reveals potential hazards, and it guides us toward safe decisions.
Hey friends, it's Mary, and this is the Mary Guirovich Show, a podcast that champions today's working women to gain the clarity, confidence, and courage to up-level your career while strengthening your faith and living your dream life, all in record time. We'll cover topics like career advancement, leadership, personal development, faith, and health and wellness, so you can intentionally create a career and life full of more abundance, joy, and love. Let's get started.
Hey friends, welcome to this episode of the Mary Guirovich Show. I am so excited that you're here with us today, and I hope that you are enjoying your June. Now, I am on vacation currently, but I wanted to record this special episode just for you today. And today we're going to dive into an intriguing and ever-relevant topic, wisdom specifically, wisdom as found in the Bible. God has really been putting it on my heart lately about wisdom, and he was really just, I feel like I pray a lot for wisdom, which is a beautiful thing. And we're going to talk about some Bible verses that talk about that today. But one of the things that I guess just wasn't as clear as it has come recently is that wisdom is really found in the Bible. And we're going to kind of be talking more about that today, because I think so often we want to make the right decisions. We want to do the right thing, and really just understanding, how do we gain more wisdom? How can we use wisdom in our life? And why is wisdom important? So let's go ahead and dive on in today. Now, wisdom as a concept, it can seem very elusive at times, and it's more than just knowledge. It's more than understanding. It's really discernment. It's insight, and it's the capacity to make good judgments. And we find some of the richest wisdom in the Bible. Now, even if you're not religious, I encourage you to stick around with us. There's a lot to gain here. In Proverbs 2:6, and I'm using the New Living Translation for all of my verses today, it says, "For the Lord grants wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding." Wisdom isn't something we obtain merely through experience or education, though these are important. Rather, it is a divine gift meant to guide our steps and shape our decision. Now, I want to share a quick story with you, and this is a hypothetical story, but I think that it's one that we can all really relate to. So there was this woman named Sarah, and Sarah was the CEO of a successful company, a loving mother, and a committed friend. And really, you can put any job title in there. You can even think of Sarah as maybe yourself and whatever your job title is. But yet, despite her accomplishments and her fast-paced life, she often felt overwhelmed, like she was missing something vital. So she began to read her Bible, and she was seeking wisdom from its pages. Sarah stumbles across James 1:5, which reads, "If you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking." Sarah started praying for wisdom every day. Gradually, she noticed a shift. Decisions that seemed insurmountable became clearer. Her relationship flourished, and she felt a sense of peace that she had never known before. Wisdom had become her companion. Now, as I said, Sarah's story may be fictional, but it's not far from many of our own experiences. How often do we face situations at work or at home where we feel, out of depth, in need of guidance, clarity, and wisdom? We can really start to compare wisdom to a lighthouse. You see, a lighthouse stands firm, providing a beacon of light to guide ships away from danger and toward safe harbors. Wisdom, like the lighthouse, illuminates our paths. It reveals potential hazards, and it guides us toward safe decisions. So how can you, as a working woman, practically integrate this wisdom into your life? I just want to give you a few tips here today. The first one is to seek wisdom daily. Just like Sarah, we want to make it a habit to ask God for wisdom every day. This could be in the form of a prayer, a meditative moment, or simply a quiet, heartfelt request. The second is to immerse ourselves in Scripture. The Bible is a treasure trove of wisdom. Start with the book of Proverbs or James. These books offer practical wisdom for everyday life. And you really just want to kind of go beyond the words on the page, and we kind of want to practice discernment. And that's the number 3 thing we can do. As you engage with wisdom, apply it in your life, whether it's at work, dealing with a difficult colleague, or at home, managing family. Make decisions guided by this newfound wisdom. And the 4th thing we can do is share the wisdom. Wisdom grows when it is shared. Engage in meaningful discussions with your colleagues, with your friends, and your family. Sharing your insights can be a source of encouragement for them too. Another great verse for us to look at is Proverbs 14:1. A wise woman builds her home, but a foolish woman tears it down with her own hand. I can remember first reading this verse, and I thought it primarily, referred to the home and our families and our relationships and how we do all of these things as wives and as mothers to really create this amazing family, this amazing life for our family. But if we're not careful, we can actually, through our word, tear our families down. We can tear our family members down. And I just want us to understand, through wisdom, something that I've understood is that home, that word home, can also refer to your workplace, the community that you've built within your team, the culture you're fostering. And as a wise woman, your actions and your decisions contributing to strengthening this home as well. So not just your home, but also your work home. Let's take a look at Proverbs 31:26. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instruction with kindness. So one thing we can do with this verse is really think about our interactions at work. Your words have incredible impact. Are you speaking wisely? Are your instructions or feedback delivered with kindness? And another verse to look at is Proverbs 3:13. And this is just really to show us, there's so much wisdom found throughout the Bible that if we're not continually connecting back to the Bible, then we can be out of touch with this wisdom. And so anytime that I find that I am asking God for wisdom, I always find that He's kind of drawing me back to His word. And I just want you to be drawn there too. Proverbs 3:13 says, "Joyful is the person who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding." It's an empowering reminder that the pursuit of wisdom isn't a burden or a chore. It's a joyful, fulfilling journey. And when weaving wisdom into the fabric of your life is a transformative process. It requires patience and commitment. But believe me, the outcome is worth it. A wise woman in the workplace is like a tree planted by the water. Psalm 1:3. She does not fear when the heat, could insert stress or crisis there, comes. Her leaves are always green. She does not worry in a year of drought, and she never fails to bear fruit. So as you step into the workplace today and tomorrow, or as you log into your virtual office, remember that you are that tree planted by the water, nurtured and sustained by wisdom. Embrace it, seek it, live it. It's a journey that will take you to places you've never imagined. And as I leave you today, I want to just share this with you because this is what God has really just put onto my heart with the wisdom. But we are going to have so many trials in life, especially as women. Our life is ever changing. I know as I see my children grow up, my youngest is 7, but I also have adult children. I've got one in the Navy. I just have all of these different aspects of life. And what I've realized is, God is giving us so many directives in the Bible, but He really wants us to have a rich and full life. But at the end of the day, there's only one place that we can really find our joy from, and that is from the Lord. Our joy, if we have this godly joy, it cannot be taken away from us. Life circumstances will be changing. They're not always going to be positive. We're not always going to be understanding things. But if we have godly joy in our lives, and if we are continuing to seek wisdom from God on how He wants us to live, we are going to be at more peace in this life. We're going to feel more connected to God, and we're going to be a better encouragement to others. So as I leave you here today, I hope that all of you are enjoying your summer. You're finding some ways to find peace, some time with God, and some time with your families, as well as, continuing to do the great work that you're doing in your offices. But I just love you. I appreciate you for showing up here today. That's all that we have for this episode. You are so wonderful, and I just wanted to thank you for tuning in today. I hope you found something valuable to take with you today, and I can't wait for you to join me next time on another great episode of The Mary Jervich Show, where we're going to continue to explore more aspects of life, faith, and the transformative power of wisdom in the workplace. Until then, stay wise, stay strong, and stay blessed. And remember, you are only one plan away from your next promotion, and God, He's not done with you.
Hey friend, thank you for listening today. Be sure to join us next week for another great episode. If you receive value from today's show, I'd appreciate it if you would leave us a 5-star review to help others learn about the show. And if you're ready to fast track your career and increase your income, impact, and joy, then head on over to maryguirovich.com and check out the masterclass that teaches you how you can advance too. I'd love to hear from you. You can connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. This and so much more can be found in the show notes. I look forward to seeing you soon.